The reason why we take notes in church is not because we are in competition with anybody. The essence of note taking in church is so that you can become a better student. I taught the other day that every good student is a student that you will find three things with. Number one, a student that learn, a student that unlearn, and a student that relearn. If you are not learning, if you are not unlearning, and you are not relearning, you are not a good student. You must learn, you must unlearn, you must relearn. But you see, it's quite unfortunate, especially our generation. Some days ago, Pastor E.A. Adeboye came up with an apology because he said something that he missed it, and in his confession he said he now know better. It's only our younger generation that we are not careful to learn, unlearn, and relearn. And because of that, every day as time proceeds, instead of becoming better, we are growing older, and there is absolutely either no or there is little or absolutely no effect of the things we are studying, because we are actually taking notes. We are actually going from programs to programs. In fact, when you look at some person's schedule and the kind of programs they attend, you will wonder, why is their life like this? The essence of meetings is not for register purposes. The essence of meeting is for effective learning. I have taught before that what school is what the church of God is. The essence of the church of God is so that every one of us can come into a point where you are thoroughly taught, and the essence of the teaching is for maturity. Now, so when someone is in church and you are learning every day and you are not growing, the implication is you are going to be a trouble to the body and also a trouble to yourself. The implication of a person growing old in church yet not getting matured is that on the long run, such a person becomes a trouble to himself and a trouble to others. When I say trouble, it might not necessarily be making noise around. It might be that at the time that help is needed, you will not be able to furnish your people with the help that is needed. Is the reason why people have spent a long time in church and they are still a prayer point. Say God forbid. I desire to an extent that my life will be an answer, first of all, to my Father's house. First of all, to my Father's house. So I said that to say to us that I believe so many of us who have taken notes when we were learning on the basic understanding of spiritual warfare. You cannot be a spiritual person who don't understand spiritual warfare. And if you are a spiritual person with an attempt to do spiritual warfare and you don't understand the basics for it,